DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
G'day mates, I'm Brother Morgan from the local congregation of Townsville here in the Ecclesiastical District of Queensland, Australia, coming to you live from the land down under, the great southern land, Australia. Saddle up your kangaroos, pack your Vegemite sandwiches, and get ready to journey around Australia with us.
It's game time! Let's play!
Good day. How's it going, everyone? Hi, I am Sister Diane, and I'm joining in live here in Sydney, Australia. And yes, you have heard it. Let's start straight away with our game time. And I am challenging you, Brother Morgan, for a Tagalog tongue twister. So can't wait for that. Let's listen to it first. Maglakbay sa Melbourne. Dito ay masaya, may magagandang tanawin at mga taong matulungin.
All right, brethren, guests in the chat, let me know how I go with this one. Put a thumbs up if it goes well in the comment section, or a thumbs down if I can improve. But from my recollection, it sounded something like Maglakbay sa Melbourne, dito ay masaya, may magandang tanaawin at mga taong matalungin.
Wow, that is incredible, Brother Morgan. I'm sure I could see a lot of thumbs up already from our comment section. So please continue to cheer Brother Morgan as he tries more of our tongue twister. There will be more throughout the show, so please continue to stay tuned. And we are all very excited for today's show, so stay tuned and please don't forget to take a photo with your family and friends while watching our show and send it to us.
Yeah, good day, good day. That is good one, Brother Morgan. And hello, everyone. I'm Brother Aldrin Maximo, all the way from the local congregation of Donnybrook, broadcasting live here in Melbourne. And today we're so excited to take you to Melbourne as we will let you discover and show you what makes you happy while living or visiting Melbourne. And why it's also ranked as one of the most livable city in the world. So today we'll also share updates as well of the different activities in Australia. And of course, we'll continue to have our game time, and let's see who's gonna win this beautiful mug for today. And now, as you can see, I'm not by myself because I'm joined by an handsome brother, and today I'm with Brother Warwick.
Thank you, Brother Aldwin. Hi everyone, I'm Warwick from the local congregation of Kingston City.
Here we go. So thank you, everyone. We'll get with Brother Warwick later on, and sit back, relax, because now it's our journey to discovering Down Under. Let's go.
G'day, welcome to Discovering Down Under, brought to you by Made in Australia, where we take you on a journey through one of the most diverse cities in the world. Welcome to Melbourne.
Welcome to Melbourne.
Welcome to Melbourne. Melbourne is known for its stunning art scene, beautiful parks, amazing landscapes, and incredible food.
The city has earned its reputation as one of the most livable places on the planet.
Join us as we discover our joy in Melbourne. Let's go! Let's start at the heart of it all, the Central Business District, or as we locals like to call it, the CBD. It's where the pulse of Melbourne really lives. So whether you're looking at the famous Flinders Street station or walking down a lively laneway through the street art, or visiting our very lively Federation Square, you'll find the CBD offers a rich tapestry of history and modern living. And Melbourne's famous tram network, which is free in the CBD, gives you easy access to world-class restaurants, cafes, museums, and theatres.
What truly sets Melbourne apart is its commitment to green spaces. As you can see here, we have beautiful gardens, beautiful parks, and wide open spaces. And every suburb here has access to nature.
Melbourne is also a place that values knowledge and learning. This is why the State Library of Victoria is one of the most famous libraries in the world, because this is where history, literature, and architecture converge. But aside from this, Melbourne has a network of public libraries in its suburbs. This is where people gather for educational programs and workshops for all ages.
Beyond the city, outside Melbourne, it's surrounded by many natural wonders. Starting at Torquay, you have the Great Ocean Road with many stops along the way, where you can visit natural rainforests. You'll have many wonders that you can enjoy with your family. And imagine ending your day with a sunset. You with your family watching the sun fall to the ocean. What a lovely, lovely way to end your day and enjoy a trip.
An hour drive from Melbourne CBD, you can visit the Mornington Peninsula. It is such a great coastal escape that blends with natural beauty with its golden beaches. You have to visit Cape Shank Lighthouse or the seaside town because they're always filled with local eateries, shops, and boutiques.
Phillip Island is just 2 hours away from Melbourne CBD. This place is known for its coastal sceneries and wildlife. From penguins to koalas, Phillip Island is a home and it's a sanctuary to some of Australia's beloved animals.
Just 3 hour drive from Melbourne CBD, you can visit Mount Bulla, which is Victoria's premier alpine resort. It is beautiful because it offers round-year breathtaking views. And in winter, especially in winter, it offers snow paradise and people can enjoy playing with the snow, skiing, and snowboarding. And for those snow skiers, you can actually enjoy the village cozy lodges, spas, or a fantastic time.
It's not uncommon to have 4 seasons in one day. You could start your day in bright sunshine, and then at lunchtime, find yourself in a sudden downpour. And just when you think it's time to defrost with a hot cup of coffee, the sun comes back out, and it's perfect for a walk in the park. So whether you're dressing in layers or packing an umbrella, you'll enjoy, or you'll never have a dull day. So you can enjoy the beauty that is the unpredictability of 4 seasons in one day in Melbourne.
But what truly makes Melbourne a place of warmth and heart is its sense of community. One shining example of this is the Church of Christ, whose INC giving projects have been making a profound impact on the city. With the high demand for blood here in Australia, their regular blood donation activities have been saving lives. They donate blood and plasma to extend their helping hand to those in need.
From the neighboring suburbs to the outskirts of Greater Melbourne, they provide care packages including blankets for winter, rice, and other essential items for international students and migrants. Moreover, they have extended their appreciation and assistance to Victoria's State Emergency Service as well.
They are holding Singing for a Cause at aged care facilities to express their appreciation to healthcare workers and entertain our dear elderly. It is heartwarming to see the smiles on their faces as they listen to the songs. Through these projects, the Church of Christ was able to extend their assistance to those who need it most. It's about care, compassion, and community. It's these acts of kindness that help make Melbourne such a livable city, not just in terms of infrastructure or lifestyle, but in its sense of shared humanity. The Iglesia Ni Cristo, or Church of Christ, has a beautiful chapel at 38 to 40 Hampstead Road, Maidstone, Victoria.
So, Whether it's the beautiful parks, the beautiful suburbs, or the breathtaking coastal drives, or the compassionate community, Melbourne is a city that truly has it all.
As you can see, Melbourne is a place where people not only live, but also thrive with joy. You can see it from its vibrant culture, as well as the kindness that flows through its streets.
I hope you've enjoyed exploring this wonderful city with us. And remember, it's the people and the community where you can find joy. And also that makes Melbourne not just livable, but unforgettable. But don't forget, Australia has so much more to offer.
Until the next episode!
Oh, what a wonderful video. I hope they were able to catch their tram. But I can't wait to talk more about Melbourne and to find more all of these great places. But before we dwell into our discussion, Brother Morgan, Brother Adrian, and Brother Warwick, we have so many messages in our chats. And we just want to do a very, very quick shout out to Brother Seth Gutierrez, our supervising district minister here in the District of New South Wales. And he sent his premiere showing of ELO here in Sydney, New South Wales, followed by our assistant supervising minister, Brother Daniel Diaz. Happy viewing po from New South Wales, Australia. Currently watching ELO here in Cabramatta Theatre. And of course, our multimedia advisor, we have Brother Lenil Lucky Pusan saying happy film premiere here in ELO. So the whole district is watching this show. And in regards to that, Brother John is actually online to give a live report of what the movie is all about, to give us a bit of live reactions from the brethren. Hello, Brother John. How are you?
Oh, g'day, Sister Diane. The two gorgeous looking brothers there were you, which local congregation from, and also Brother Morgan as well. We're here watching the Ilau. You know, Ilau, the movie, means light in English. Yeah, we're here at the Bodies Road Public School, which is the place of worship for the local congregation of Blacktown. At the moment, there's just a little bit of a break happening. They're just about to start. You can see in this hall right behind me, they're showing it. The place is packed and we can't fit everybody in. I mean, we got some really old people staying here, and this is probably the youngest viewers we got at the moment here. His name is Brother Kiefer. Hello, Brother Kiefer. How are you? I think he wants to come with me. He wants to play with me because he loves me, because he wants to be like me. So you can see, I better be quiet because they're actually watching the movie right here behind me. So they all.
So it's still going, Brother John.
It's still going. It's about to finish shopping. Not too long because we start at 5 o'clock on the dot. You know, very sharp. Start at 5 o'clock, but. Yeah, everyone's enjoying themselves, but you know, there's plenty of food just behind me here in case some of them do need a bit of a refresher because it is a pretty warm day today. But you know how it is. It's not a bit like Melbourne, where Melbourne may have two different. Sorry, what was that?
I said it looks very fun, and I hope we can't wait to hear everyone's feedback after watching the movie. And I can't wait to watch it myself. Actually.
Yeah. Shout out to the movie. We will reconnect again, and then we will get people's feedback, see what they thought. And I know for a fact there's a few, very, very few dry eyes out there because apparently it's a lot of crying involved in it. So, well, there we go. It's all drama, man. It's all drama.
Well, Brother John, it's very timely that you actually joined our show to do the live report, and we continue to greet the brethren who are watching the movie premiere of Ilau, and we encourage our listeners and our viewers to check it out once it's online already. So, Brother John, our topic today is all about Melbourne and finding joy in Melbourne. And I know you used to live in Melbourne, so maybe just very, very briefly, can you tell us a little bit of why you love Melbourne, which will open us to our discussion later.
Actually, you know what? That's a very easy. I think you'd be asking me something a lot harder than that. What is it that I love about Melbourne, really? But what is it that I don't love about Melbourne? I love Melbourne. I mean, I lived there. If it wasn't the fact that we were the only one because we had no family there, but having the local congregations of Altona, Dandenong, Brimbank supporting us, like I said, everywhere you go in the world, as long as there's Church of Christ members, you never be alone. If you didn't have my parents back here in Sydney, we would probably stay there because it is a beautiful city. The weather is, believe it or not, I actually like the weather because I sort of generally like hot weather, but the 4 seasons in one day thing, I could sort of live with that as well. You walk around, so you got your jacket, you'll be right. It's so vibrant. The culture is vibrant. You just go towards the city center. It's beautiful. You go up towards a regional area like Ballarat, Geelong, even down to Shepparton and Wangaratta up in the coast over there. It's in the border over there. It's just a lot of places where family can really spend their time together and be one with nature and also be one with the modern culture of the metro life in Melbourne, especially the local congregation of Altona, where you to be, that was only like a 2-minute drive from the beautiful Altona Beach in Williamstown. So there's plenty of things to do with Melbourne. There is nothing not to love about Melbourne, actually. I'm trying to think of what is it I don't like about Melbourne. I'm
I
having
think there is
difficulty.
so many, Brother John, and especially with the video that we have recently shown to our listeners and
That's
our
right.
viewers. So definitely, thank you so much, Brother John, for your input about Melbourne. We can't wait to have more discussion into it. And it seems that in the background, everyone is having a great time. We will let you get back to it, enjoy the movie, and we can't wait to hear your feedback later on. Thank you, Brother John.
Thank you very much. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Paul.
And
Thank you,
yeah,
Paul.
Thank you, brother.
get back to your question, Sister Diane. Yeah, we actually lost the tram, and shout out pala to Brother Jaime for this great video. And yeah, that's Melbourne. What an amazing city. So now let's talk about why do we love about Melbourne. So I'll go first. So I love Melbourne because it's a big city, a beautiful big city, multicultural. The people are very friendly. There's a lot of things to do. There's a lot of international events to do, right?
Yeah.
So now let's ask our main guest, Brother Warwick. What do you love more about Melbourne?
So there's a lot, as you say, there's a lot to enjoy about Melbourne. I think, okay, just looking at the CBD itself, most cities will have a Chinatown. That's pretty common. But we have a Chinatown, sure. And then we have, Lygon Street, where there's a lot of Italian food. In Lonsdale Street, you've got a lot of Greek restaurants and Greek food. So there's a lot of communities are represented, different cultures are represented in and around the CBD and a lot of the suburbs that are not far from the CBD. And it's amazing. You don't have to go very far to find a nice open space, a lovely park, some areas where there are, birds, animals, that are native there, just living there. So you can have a very natural experience, even in the CBD and not far from the CBD. And the town planning includes that. It's actually part of what's
there's a great diversity here.
Yeah, that's right.
So let's ask our dear friends from the other side. Brother Morgan, you've been to Melbourne, right? So what do you love more about Melbourne?
Yeah, so as it was mentioned in the video presentation, and Brother John, the 4 seasons in one day is something commonly known in Melbourne in particular. We don't get that in Townsville. In Townsville, we only get our wet and dry season. So for up to 8 to 10 months of the year, it's dry here. In a couple, 3 months at a time, we get a wet season where it just downpours rain. Whereas in Melbourne, the time that I spent there, within only a matter of 3 or 4 hours, I experienced sun, rain, cloud, sun, rain, cloud, all within a matter of 3 hours. It just cycled. I'm not too sure what it is, but it's definitely something you can only experience, or something I personally only have experienced in Melbourne there. How about you, Sister Diane? I believe you used to live in Melbourne, didn't you?
Yeah, so well, to all our listeners and our viewers, and of course to our dear host, I was blessed to be able to live in Melbourne for 2 to 3 years with my family. So my dad moved to Melbourne for a little bit, but I've lived in Sydney for quite a while. So I grew up a little bit here. So please forgive me for a little bit biased that Sydney is my home, but Melbourne, definitely there's a lot of things to love about. And I think one of the things that I enjoy going there, because here in Sydney it's quite packed already. The roads are kind of narrow, but in Melbourne I enjoy driving there for the wider roads. And I feel like it's a much more, in terms of driving around, it's easier to get around, especially going to the city. There's only 2 main highways, no back roads that I need to, use my navigation system for. And it's very easy to be able to go around in Melbourne, like especially like with your car. I would prefer, all the public transport is readily available in Melbourne. I think I still prefer driving around because of, during the video, we have seen so many pictures, places to go. And one of the places that I would recommend our listeners and our viewers is actually something we don't even have here in Sydney, is their hot spring. And it's a natural hot spring. And, for it's an hour and a half, a bit of drive, I believe, from the main city, but it's definitely worth it. And it's not even expensive. It's literally like even, it costs like a lunch meal. And you can enjoy a nice hot spring, very relaxing. So I really encourage, I don't know, Brother Warwick or Brother Adrian, have you been to that place, that hot spring there in Melbourne?
I have. It's lovely.
Yeah.
People go there with families, and yeah, you can just sort of let yourself soak and melt in the hot water.
Yes,
So,
exactly. Because I know they have a public space where you can, meet with your other friends or meet people there who would like to do it. But also you can have a private cabins where you can actually enjoy with your, with your family or with your special someone. So hint, hint. Maybe Brother Morgan, it's a
Yeah,
honeymoon destination for you.
absolutely. Yeah, of course. We'll have to do a bit of an Australian tour once my fiance comes over here. Shout out to Sister Judith Ortega there in the district of
Aw,
Makati, Manila, in
so
Makati.
sweet. Well,
Yeah.
another thing is maybe well to all sorry Brother Aldrin, just to all especially for people who loves to do their shopping. This is one thing that I really enjoyed when I was there in Melbourne is their factory outlets. It could not be in comparison, especially here like in Sydney. I would still go down to Melbourne. You have a variety more, which really is very good for your buck of money. So again, Brother Morgan, definitely, if you go down there, I'm sure your fiance would love to be able to actually enjoy those kind of
Yeah,
little
I'm
tips.
sure she's watching and just getting all sorts of ideas now, Sister Diane. So
She's probably already researching. Oh, where are these places that she's mentioning?
no.
Well, I challenge as well our listeners and our viewers. What are your favorite places here in in Melbourne? What did you love doing there in when you are in Melbourne? And maybe Brother Aldrin, Brother Warwick, share more of what you
Correct.
specifically love doing there in Melbourne.
Yeah. So you said that Diane, that you lived in Melbourne. So let's talk about how it's like to be adjusting living in Melbourne. Because I go first. I come from Europe, so I've been here for 2 years, and living in Melbourne is actually different. For example, the people here are very friendly. One culture shock that I experienced is that people tend to say, "Hey, how are you?" So at first I didn't know what to say. I was like, "Thank you," but I didn't know what to say. So this is what I really love about Melbourne. So what about you, sister? Also, I got a lot of help in adjusting because of the brethren from my local congregation of Donnybrook. So big shout out to our to my brethren here there in Donnybrook, especially to brother Aldish de Guzman. What about you, sister Diane?
Well, as I was saying, I grew up here mainly in Sydney. So moving to Melbourne, it's still, it still gave the Australian sort of environment. But as I said, each state has its own way that they do things, different way in the way that they live. And so, as you mentioned, it was a very big help that we have our brethren there who helped me get around because it's hard to kind of get out of the comfort zone. I was so used to all the things that I used to do here in Sydney, but going there to Melbourne, they helped me to be able to find those kind of equivalents, to be able to do the things that I love doing, seeing all these places, exploring Melbourne. And that's
Absolutely.
why I was actually really quite excited how you were able to put all of those into one video. But what about you, Brother Warwick? How was your experience in adjusting there in Melbourne?
well, so I pretty much grew up in Melbourne. That said, I got to learn a lot about, because as I said before, there's a lot of different nationalities and cultures represented here. So, growing up here, I got to, go to school with people from different nationalities, and that inspired me to learn languages as well. So, yeah, it's been great.
So now, if someone has to come to Melbourne, what would you recommend? What to visit? What are the best places? What can you recommend?
See, now that's a tough question. It's a little bit like asking, someone saying, well, what recommend to me a restaurant, right? Now, you actually need to know something about their diet, a little bit like Sister Diane mentioned before, there's some great places to go shopping.
Yep.
So what do you want? Do you want to go shopping? There's some great places to go see animals, animal reserves.
Yep.
So for instance, if there's the Melbourne Zoo, of course, there's a number of different places where you can actually go and see wildlife.
Absolutely.
In and around Melbourne. What else? There's lots of different art. There's different galleries, for art, and of course there's coffee, laneway. Just coming around the CBD. So there's a lot to see and do.
Absolutely.
And it really depends on what you like.
Yes, Brother Warwick. So we also noticed in the video presentation with yourself, Brother Aldrin, we saw koalas and kangaroos and stuff. I've also heard that Melbourne is very well known for penguins. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And it is in Phillip Island. if I'm not
Phillip
mistaken.
Island, you're exactly right. So you can actually watch the little penguins toddling in the
very
morning,
cute.
as they come in. So
Very
there's
small,
like,
cute, very beautiful.
yeah, they're very cute. Yeah, they're fairy penguins, so they're actually kind of small.
Right, no, it's very interesting. Also, brothers, walking through the streets of the CBD, you will find vibrant murals and graffiti in every direction. So I noticed that Melbourne is very intricate. So I'm just wondering, there's a lot of laneways and stuff like that. What sort of artwork can we expect to find within those laneways, and what sort of murals?
Wow. Some of the murals are, there may be pictures of people, it's sort of something that gives you a warm feeling and it inspires you in a way, like it gives you a sense of culture.
Yes, right. And also we noticed there's a lot of, sorry, brother, we also noticed that there's a lot of like nature reserves and botanic gardens through there. What can you tell us about your nature reserves there?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, there's always a bit of nature nearby. So, for instance, you have Flinders Street Station, and just literally over the Yarra River, there's Alexandra Gardens. If you're going around the loop, right, which is the train system, underground train system, you've got Flagstaff Station, and over the road from there is Flagstaff Gardens. There's always a garden, not too far from anywhere, either in the CBD or in the suburb.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. Very beautiful. Sorry about that.
If I may add, brothers, Melbourne has some beautiful beaches such as Brighton Beach, especially at sunset, with an amazing view.
Yes.
And also, what I love most about Melbourne is the skyline, the skyscraper. So there's a place that I recommend you to go, which is the Eureka Tower. It's a high level floor, and you can see a 360 view of Melbourne. So beautiful.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Just don't be afraid of heights.
That's the other thing.
Well, I was going to ask Brother Aldrin, did you even get to try the one of the activities there where you actually enter into a cube and then it goes out and then the glass just disappears and then you see the whole view of Melbourne and even underneath?
Well, no way. Thank you for that.
Would you be brave for that?
I wouldn't be able to do that, to be honest.
What about you, Brother Morgan? Do you have fear of heights to do that?
Absolutely. I try not to let people know, but I'm terrified of heights. I'm not sure what it is. Even just the thought of it, my palms get sweaty. So if I ever get up there, I definitely need some sort of support, and don't ever leave, because if I get left up at heights, I'll stay up at that height.
I am not going to lie. I was holding on to the rails very tightly, but I was still amazed about the spectacular view looking down. But yeah, I think that was like the longest 5 minutes of my life. So those our listeners and our viewers who are thrill seekers, that's definitely something that you can try. It's something that only happens as well in Melbourne that I experienced. So, well, we've been talking about this actually even in the video, and Brother John, and even earlier we have mentioned this before. But what is a quirky fact about Melbourne that never fails to surprise visitors? And so, if I am okay to say, the weather. I think we've mentioned it several times, having the 4 seasons in a day, but until actually people experience it, I don't think they believe it.
You're correct, Sister Leanne, and it's called 4 seasons, 5 minutes, because you never know. So it's very unpredictable. And I just recovered from a high fever because of this unpredictable weather.
Yeah, it can get you that way, for sure. But another quirky thing, of course, is the trams in and around the city. So, we make heavy use of trams in the CBD and surrounding suburbs, which means that when you're driving, you can get stuck behind a tram.
Absolutely.
And you've got to watch out because people might be leaving the tram and you're not allowed to drive.
You have to actually stop when people get off.
That's right. When the tram stops.
That was the first time driving here.
Yeah.
First time driving here.
Very organized. Very organized, brother.
Yeah.
So, Brother Aldrin, how has living in Melbourne influenced your lifestyle or perspective on the community there? I believe it's very multicultural, quite diverse.
Well, first of all, living here in Melbourne has influenced my lifestyle because I was able to develop my self-growth and had to adjust to and had to build my own routine, right? And of course, as well as the community. People are very friendly here.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, and you have a lot of services happening in your area, Brother Aldrin, Brother Warwick. What can you tell us about your community service there in Melbourne?
Yeah, as well. Here in Melbourne, we love doing community services. And we have activities inside the church, such as INC Giving, Care for Humanity, because we help people, and it is good to help people, those people in need, if you can actually help. So
that's right. And recently here, so a few weeks ago, we had an event here where the local I don't know if it's called chapter, but let me use that word. The local area group of the Victorian State Emergency Services, right, the volunteer group who look after people when all kinds of, whether it's through wind or whatever, you get these emergencies. They do amazing things. And so the church here donated a healthy amount of money, which will help that group with the tools and equipment they need. And they were very, you could see it on the face of the gentleman who came out representing the group. they were very grateful to receive that check.
You said it right, brother Warwick. Since we have a little bit of time, what is another unusual fact in Melbourne that comes to mind?
Unusual
I'm pretty
fact,
sure.
Let's see.
Hook turn.
Sorry?
The hook turn. Yeah, that's the thing.
Exactly. In relation to
I think only Melbourne has this hook turn in the whole world.
I think you're right. Because of all the trams in the CBD, and you know, the trams are going up the center of the road. And so if you're going to drive your car and turn right, and you're waiting, you know, in the middle of the road to turn right, you're going to block the tram. So what they did is they said, right, if you're turning right, you have to get on the left side of the road, and you have to indicate to the right, and you have to wait for it all to be free in order to turn right, which drives people crazy.
You know what I used to do whenever I see a U-turn when I first came here? If I see a U-turn, I just go straight and I go home because I cannot do it. I don't know what to do. And actually, after 2 years, that was my first time doing the U-turn. Last week, maybe. But because there was no car, so I was...
I'm with you on that, brother Aldrin, because when I moved there, the hook turn really confuses me so much. And thank you, brother Warwick, for actually that, very wonderful explanation, because I didn't really understand about, it's because of actually the trans, because all along I was just thinking like, oh, I'm so used that, I line up on the right side because I'm going to turn right. So I was always been confused that maybe I'm going to the left to get through the other cars going straight. But now, but I think it's not enough to kind of encourage me to do it. Whenever I'm there, I'm just go around outside the city. I am totally going to avoid it. But so far, thank you so much for sharing all those. And to our listeners and our viewers, we're still looking forward to all of your experience as well in Melbourne, or any questions that you may have. And we have so many greetings already. So I'm just going to do a quick read through to all our greetings. So please bear with me. And I apologize in advance if I may have pronounced your names wrong, but we'll do the best again. So one of the very first one we have is Sister Sharon Lakangan. Happy viewing here from the local of Hobart, Launceston, Devonport. So they are in Tasmania. Hello, Paul. Thank you for watching. Fake Case. Happy viewing here from the local of Hobart, Devonport, and Launceston as well. We have Noel and Love Gloriarda. Happy premiere viewing Ilau here in New South Wales, Bankstown local congregation. We have Emmy Moray. Greetings from Hobart and Devonport. And we also have Letty Pennington. Happy Sunday from Hobart. Romar Scatello. Hello po sa lahat ng mga kapatid in Shepparton. Oh, hello po. And we also have Loreto Salomon. Greetings from Townsville in Queensland. So we have people watching from Queensland. Hello po. Hello to all of you. We have Linda Canlas. Happy viewing from the local of Hobart. Ooh, we have a lot of brethren, greetings from the local of Hobart, Devonport, all the way in Tasmania. We have Lisa Larson. Hello, po, brethren. Happy Sunday from the local of Ellenbrook. So please keep sending all of those greetings, and we will do our best to read them through to our listeners and our viewers. And please keep sharing and join us in our discussion as well. So please continue to stay tuned, because you're still watching Made in Australia, brought to you by INCRadio Australia Satellite Studio, one of the official satellite studio of INCRadio.
Finally, school's over.
Yo, Andre, let's play that new game.
I have a test coming up tomorrow. I should probably study. I've been really excited to play that new game. What should I do?
We missed you on the game yesterday. How'd the test go though?
Really well, actually. Gotta make smart choices, you know?
And that's the value of making the right and smart choices while we're still young. It's also a matter of self-discipline. Wise decisions we make in our youth help us achieve a meaningful and purposeful life, bringing honor and glory to our Almighty God.
Made in Australia.
Welcome back to Made in Australia, brought to you by INCRadio Australia Satellite Studio. Before we go to our next portion, I have a few shout out to the Secretary of Maryland and Atimira, Donnybrook Head Deacons Officer Calito Cruz, Carrie Martinez Casid, and all the Donnybrook volleyball team, sila Ate Michelle, Kuya Sabi, Kuya Laika, Sister Bea, Alana, Ariana, Ate Florence, Carmi, Tita Marie, Tita Bing, at mga taga Shepparton, at yung mga taga Melbourne, sila Sister Angelica, Sister Erica, Sister Louie, Ate Leia, Brother Gilmar, yung mga malakas mag-comment, sila Ate Anna, sila Ate Hazelan, and belated happy birthday po to Brother Ali Baribal. And now, get ready, mates, because it's time to learn Aussie slang.
G'day mates, it's time to learn another Aussie slang. Summer is fast approaching here in Australia, and you might come across the words slip, slop, slap. Now before you go thinking of something else, it's a slogan about sun protection. Slip on a shirt, slop on sunscreen, and slap on a hat. This was to raise awareness of unhealthy sun exposure, as the UV rays here in Australia are quite high, and we do love our beaches. So before you head out to visit our beautiful surroundings here in Australia, protect yourself from the sun, slip, slop, slap. That's our Aussie slang for this week. I'm Morgan, and see you again next week.
Thank you for that, Brother Morgan, for that wonderful Let's Learn Aussie slang. I know our listeners and our viewers are always eagerly waiting that every week because they also want to try it themselves. And it's very timely, as you said, now that we're approaching summer, we do need our sun protection. And especially, as you said, we love our beaches here. So before we get to learn more about Aussie slang in our game time, let's get into our favorite segment of our viewers, which is our game time.
It's game time. Let's play.
Baz is baffled in Brunswick, buying burgers for brekkie, but bungles his Mikey while bustling for the bus.
All right, our dear viewers and Sister Diane, it's your turn. I'll read it again for you, and then you'll read it by yourself quickly. So, the tongue twister in Aussie slang is Baz is baffled in Brunswick, buying burgers for brekkie, but bungles his Mikey while bustling for the bus.
Wow, Brother Morgan, I thought this is a little bit, you got me into my neck for this. So I'm challenging our listeners and our viewers. Give it a go as well. You can see it on the screen. Try it with me. I'm going to do the best I can. It's a lot of bees in there. So let's give it a go. Buggles baffled in Brunswick, buying burgers for brekkie, but bungles his Mikey while bustling for the bus.
Yes, well done, everybody. Round of applause for Sister Diane. It's very good.
That was a mouthful, Brother Morgan. Well, Brother Aldrin, don't think you can get away. You need to try it as well before we ask what it means.
Before I try, I just want to greet a shout out to Brother Jojo Villapañe, Kaolan Gaviola, and Candor Esperanza. Thank you, po. And now let's give it a try. So, Baz about in Brunswick buying burgers for brekkie, but bungles is Mikey while bustling for the bus.
Wow.
Good. That was good. I don't know.
Well, Brother Morgan, Brother Warwick, maybe you can enlighten us. I'm sure our listeners and our viewers just had a mind blown what this phrase actually means. Maybe you can just break it a bit to us and let us know what it actually means, because I only got the Mikey part.
Yeah, right. So we'll take it section by section here. Baz is baffled in Brunswick. So Bazza is just a slang name for a bloke or a man named Barry. So Baz is baffled. Baffled is just another slang for confused or disorientated, obviously in Brunswick. So Barry is confused in Brunswick, buying burgers for brekkie. So if you have joined us for our previous Aussie slang episodes, we've used brekkie or INCRadio episodes. Sorry, brekkie is a short or slang word for breakfast. So buying burgers for breakfast. But bungles his Mikey while bustling for the bus. So bungles is to hit or accidentally hit his Mikey, so his card, while bustling. So bustling is just another word for in a rush or to get to quickly for the bus. So he accidentally hits himself or has an accident while trying to find his Mikey rushing towards the bus.
Wow, well, definitely something I've learned a lot today on our show, Brother Morgan, Brother Warwick. So I hope our listeners and our viewers have felt the same. So before we continue with our games, we just want to do a very quick greeting to Brother DJ Manguit and Brother Mikey Ocon, who is in our currently chat today. Hello, Paul. Hello to you. Thank you for tuning in.
I haven't seen you in years, Brother Mikey. Brother Mikey actually was my first minister when I joined the Church of Christ. He did my Bible study. So shout out to Brother Mike Ocon and his wife.
Shout out to everyone. And now, Sister Diane, since they challenge us, let's give a challenge to our dear brothers. So let's go to our next tongue twister.
Maglakbay sa Melbourne. Dito ay masaya, may magagandang tanawin at mga taong matulungin.
Okay.
All right. So before that, another special read for RJ. Now let's give your try.
Okay. My turn. Maglakbay sa Melbourne dito ay masaya, may magagandang tanawin at mga taong matulungin.
Wow, that was very good. Nice one.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Let's try with Brother Morgan now.
All right, so we'll give this one a go. Again, in the comment section, let us know how us Aussies are going for these tongue twisters in Tagalog. Let us know with a thumbs up or a thumbs down whether it's good or we need improvement. Maglakbay sa Melbourne, dito ay masaya. May magandang tanaawin at mga taong matulungin.
Wow,
I love
wonderful.
their accent, Sister Diane.
Sorry, Brother Adrian.
I love their accent.
I know. I'm pretty sure our listeners and our viewers are probably not even, listening to what they're saying, but just loving the accent as well.
Right, and please enlighten us, Sister Diane. Exactly what did Brother Warwick and I just say?
Okay, so just a bit of a breakdown of what you actually say. Maglakbay sa Melbourne. So let's go to Melbourne. Dito ay masaya. It's fun here. May magagandang tanawin. There's pictures, sceneries here, at mga taong matulungin. So the people here in Melbourne are helpful. So that's what the whole praise is all about. So to all our listeners and our viewers, let us know if you translate it that way as well. We'd love to know.
Let's move on with our next tongue twister and let's make it faster, okay? Let's see.
Chaz chats cheeky chooks at Chadston, choosing chalky treats till the chockers tram cheers him home.
All right, that was hard. That was pretty
I'm
hard.
going to give it to you first, Brother Aldrin.
Let's try. Okay, let's go. All right, let's go. Ciao, ciao, chicky choose, ciao, choosy, choosy, ciao, 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 ciao. We need that we say ciao, so we say goodbye. Ciao, ciao. I can't do it. What about you, Sister? Yeah.
Brother Aldrin, you had me on when you started. I thought you were going to keep going.
Yeah,
all right, okay, let's give this a go. All right. Chats chicky chooks at Chadstone, choosing chocolate treats so that Chokus tram cheers him home.
Wow, very, very good.
Oh, I don't know. Let us know how we're going actually trying this out, or have you tried it yourself? How did you go? We want to let our listeners and our viewers know. Well, before we go to the next one, Brother Aldrin, just want a very quick shout out as well. We have a lot of people in our comments. Roma Scott, shout out to my beautiful wife, Sister Michelle Scott. Happy 15th-year anniversary. I love you from Shepparton. Oh, 15 years. Wow. Happy anniversary. We'd love to see you. And also, shout out to Brother Jaime and Sister Paula Mariano. Yeah. They're in our live chat.
All right. Are we ready for our last tongue twister? Let's look.
Bonza blokes in Brunswick boast about brekkie bagels, but bung it up by burning him in the Barbie blaze.
I'm not even gonna try. Let Brother Warwick give a try because you're Aussie, so you should be able
I can do that.
Yeah.
Bonza blokes in Brunswick boast about brekkie bagels, but bung it up by burning them in the Barbie blaze.
Very good.
That sounded so much better. Maybe Brother Morgan, you want to give it a go too?
All right, this is our first language, so it's pretty common for us. But here goes. Bonza blokes in Brunswick boast about brekkie bagels, but bung it up by burning them in the Barbie blaze.
Wow.
It definitely sounded so much better with them saying it, right, Brother Aldrin? I don't think we did justice.
I think Brother Warwick, give us an interpretation of this one here, brother. What can you tell us this means without the slang?
I can have a go if you like. So bonza blokes, bonza just means like beautiful or great or, good. So bonza blokes in Brunswick. Brunswick is a suburb in around Melbourne. They're boasting about brekkie, as in breakfast, bagels, but they bung it up. Bung as in they mess it up, they make a mistake by burning them in their barbecue blaze, right? So they burnt the bagels in the barbecue.
Why is it so hard to say that? It's so hard.
Because it's all about the bees.
Yeah, shout out to Brother MJ Villapane, is the voice behind this tongue twisters. All right, that was our Aussie slang tongue twister. And now, before we go to our shout out names, I want to have a shout out to my cousin Kate Maximo. She said, hello to my cousin brother Aldrin Maxi. Greetings from Milan, Italy. Thank you so much. She's an INC Radio producer and multi-director of INC Radio Italy North. Sister Diane, we have a lot of comments right now.
Yes, so we have quite a few more in here. Just bear with me while I move it into my other screen. So a lot of comments. So we have Sister Jal Jinko, happy viewing from Melton. Violet Mercado, hi po Kalari from Altona. Michael Reyes, hello to the Bad family in Altona. We have Angel, masaya po ang mga kapatid sa Shepparton. Oh, thank you. We have so much person joining in from Shepparton. William Manabat, hello po. To our district supervising minister, Brother Romeo E. Beltran, and family from Shepparton. We also have Princess Jabadan. Hello po, happy viewing from local of Kingston. Oh, we have some from Kingston. Hello po. Aris Marquina. Hello po, happy viewing from the local of Kingston as well. And of course, we can't forget Brother Azan de la Cruz. We have from Port Adelaide. Hello, Brother Ason. Thank you so much. You've been a big help to us here in radio. So big shout out to you. And also we have Rainville Pedro from Dandenong. So please keep sending all your chats to us. We'd love to hear more from you, especially about what you love here in Melbourne as well. So thank you, Paul, for tuning in. So please continue to stay tuned because you're still watching Made in Australia, brought to you by INCRadio Australia Studio, one of the official satellite studio of INCRadio, and we will be right back. Good day. Here are our weather updates for today. Starting here in the Sydney city, we can expect a max of 25 degrees, a little rain in the morning and mostly cloudy. Moving down to the city of Melbourne, it will be a max of 23 degrees, partly sunny. Going to the city of Brisbane, it will be a maximum of 28 degrees, mostly cloudy and humid. A couple of morning showers followed by a thunderstorm in spots in the Arvo. Going to the city of Perth, we can expect a top of 24 degrees, nice and a sunshine day. Moving on to the city of Adelaide, we can expect a maximum of 23 degrees, intervals of clouds and sunshine. And now, traveling to the city of Hobart, it will be a maximum of 19 degrees, sunny to partly cloudy. And going to our capital city of Canberra, we are expecting a maximum of 23 degrees, a shower in the morning, otherwise mostly cloudy. And last but not the least, our warmest city of Darwin, it will be a maximum of 36 degrees, so mostly sunny and very warm. So make sure to keep those hats on and make sure to apply your sunscreens. That's our weather update all around Australia. I am Sister Diane Karai, and see you again next week.
Welcome back to Made in Australia, brought to you by INCRadio Australia Satellite Studio. Before that, we would like to promote there's an activity that will follow right after INCRadio at 7 p.m. and it is Introduction to Australian Sign Language. So after this, log in straight away to the said activity. And now, up next, let's turn our attention to the skies as we will see the weather update for today.
I believe, brother, we're doing our activities around Australia now.
There was not sure. All right.
Good day. I am Sister Lois Yabuta from the local congregation of Melbourne. I know you are as thrilled and excited as I am for another round of bulletin updates featuring various activities in the land down under. Buckle up and be ready for lots of fun, enjoyment, and inspiration as we look back at the activities fostering camaraderie among the brethren and benevolence to our communities. Without further ado, here are our featured activities this week. New South Wales Unity Games. The District of New South Wales had their Unity Games, featuring a wide range of team and individual sports activities such as basketball, volleyball, and badminton that the brethren participated in. I can imagine the loud cheers and excitement of the brethren, as it is always fun to compete against each other while upholding camaraderie and brotherhood. Congratulations to the brethren in New South Wales. Your unity and active participation make you winners. INC Giving Lunch Food Drive. Brethren from the local congregation of Bring Back gave back to the members of their community through a lunch food drive. Wow, activities like this help us accomplish multiple goals at one go, utilizing our culinary skills and helping those who are in need. These acts of service where brethren spent time and labored to prepare food are truly noteworthy and commendable. A job well done for the brethren in Bring Back. Melbourne Unity Race. Kadiwa brethren from the local congregation of Melbourne battled it out in a friendly unity race. Playing various games and competing team-building activities must be really fun, challenging, and exciting. Initiatives like this instill the importance of teamwork, cooperation, and unity. I am very certain that after this activity, the bond between the brethren has been strengthened. Actually, I was part of it. And everyone feels enthusiastic towards helping and empowering each other. Indeed, excellent work by the brethren in Melbourne. A round of applause to our featured local congregations and districts this week. It was indeed heaps of fun, excitement, and heartwarming moments. Mark your calendars for the upcoming activities that we can be a part of.
November 16, Monthly Health Check, Port Adelaide. Bible Quiz Bee, Canberra. November 17, Unity Games, Kalgoorlie. Mini Golf, Dandenong. Socializing, Melbourne. Health Seminar, Hobart. Kadiwa Fitness and Boxing, Dean Park.
And that's a wrap. So, I shall see you next week for another round of bulletin updates, keeping you in the loop and updated on activities happening in the land down under. See ya!
Hi everyone. If you want a chance to win a Bonza mug just like this, then don't forget to comment in the live chat with your complete name and your local congregation. Here's the question. Where in around Melbourne or in the area of Melbourne can you find those little penguins, those fairy penguins we talked about earlier?
Yeah,
just to see if you're paying
Let's see.
attention. Yeah. So if you were paying attention, you should know the answer. So please plug it in now. Go to the live chat.
This is the question that's been lingering on my mind all.
Repeat the question one more time.
So whereabouts in the area of Melbourne can you find those fairy penguins?
Where do you find penguins, right?
The penguins, that's
Yeah,
right.
right in Melbourne.
Yeah, the ones waddling in the morning.
Make
We
sure to
mentioned them
comment.
earlier.
To get this beautiful.
Yeah, we'll just remind them as well to include their complete name and local congregation, because so that we know who will be able to send those the INC Radio mug. So please continue to join them and write it down in a comment below.
Exactly.
Well, do you have any greetings for?
Yeah, your greetings.
Yes, thank you. Well, I should give a quick greeting to those from the Kingston congregation who I think some of those have joined in, like Brother Aris and Sister Karen. Also, I should give a greeting to my beautiful wife, Michelle, and also my mother, Bronwyn, who I think is also watching, and Michelle's family over in the Philippines in Muntinlupa, Liesl and Jun. So those are my greetings. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
All right. And do we have an answer in our chat yet, Sister Diane?
Oh, I haven't really seen one yet, but I think we will have to wait a little bit, or maybe for next week, because I know a lot of people have been messaging, but we'll wait through. And we have a lot of people from different congregations commenting. So we are really, really happy for all the warm support that all the district has been giving us in supporting INC Radio, tuning in every week, commenting, and sharing all your wonderful pictures to us. So please continue to do that. It really helps us, to be more. We are very excited excited. That's what makes us come here every week, because we love to see you. We love to see all you commenting. So today, we hope you really enjoy our trip down in Melbourne. We hope that we are able to encourage you to come and visit us here. And you've seen all these wonderful places yourself as well. And you know how you've seen already, the community in here, they're very welcoming, they're very hospitable. And, Brother Warwick, Brother Aldrin, I'm sure they're more than happy to show you around here in Melbourne. So Brother Morgan, definitely when we go there, we're going to hit them up and, to show us around Melbourne. So hope you
Absolutely,
enjoy that.
Sister Diane. Looking forward to the hot springs, brothers. Be sure to bring your bathers or your togs, and we'll go for a
That's
quick
right.
dip.
Yes, we'll see you here. And before we end up this beautiful and amazing episode, of course, we would like to thank our CFO coordinator, Brother Angelo Eranio V. Manalo, and to our beloved executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. That's it. That was Melbourne. I hope everyone enjoyed. So see you all next week. To our viewers, thank you so much for always tuning in. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye. Also, congratulations, Sydney. Super Cosman.
Congregation of Tanzil, we appreciate you.
Bye, Kingston. Bye-bye, Kingston.
Let's go, Donnybrook, Shepparton, Maryland.
Don't forget to comment.
Never will I let go of loyalty.